I think I'm just like the luckiest person in the world because I get to have fun every day doing this. I don't even know. Like if people just decided not to come, I would be so sad because it's just so much fun to do.
Three Girls Vegan in Guilford, Connecticut is a one-stop shop for vegan Italian comfort classics. It started out as a vegan cheese shop and has rapidly expanded into serving all manner of Italian-inspired vegan cuisine, from cannolis to 4-cheese lasagna, robust sandwiches, onion rings, and so much more. A few months ago, we drove down to Guilford to interview Tracy, the owner, and try a ton, and I mean a ton, of her food. If this is your first experience with Tracy, you're in for a treat. Her larger-than-life personality, combined with her obvious passion for what she does, makes her one of the most unique people I have ever met.
Bing bang boom, we got all kinds of stuff.
Tracy has been in a few other YouTube videos, so I assumed she was comfortable on camera. But after we showed up, she told us how nervous she was to be in my video.
I'm like, do you think she'll believe it if I say I have the flu to cancel? They're like, don't do that. I'm like, no, because I don't want to be on camera.
I was surprised because she comes across so confident and truly like she was made to be on camera. I tried my best to make her feel comfortable and we ended up having a great time. You'll see her reference her nerves a few times, so I wanted to give a little context. We did film this on a really busy Sunday, so it's a little chaotic with background noise, but I added in captions when needed and hopefully it's not too distracting. So now let's get into the video. I really hope you'll enjoy it as much as I enjoyed making it.
Your destination will be on the right.
Let's go!
How are you? I'm all dirty already. I'm gonna make you guys way too much food, but I don't want you to get sick, so just have a little of things, and then take it home. Okay.
But before our feast, Tracy gave us a tour of the kitchen.
So I don't know anything about restaurant business, and I'm putting this place together. And my brother-in-law is an electrician and owns pizza places is saying, okay, where do you want everything? So I'm like just laying it out, whatever. We get all the way to the end, and he goes, where are you gonna keep the food? And I'm like, oh my God, I didn't. The point was at the very end, he's like, where are you keeping the food? And I'm like, yeah, that's a really good question. Yeah. Anyhow, so we got weapon freezer, weapon fridge, whatever. Yeah. And then my favorite thing that we have is the pizza oven.
She then set us up with the ultimate taste test of a bunch of her different dishes.
Okay, so try that, and then I'm getting you, you'll see, a peach and prosciutto pizza, a squash wonton pizza that you'll love, and then I'm getting you bellissimo, which is cutlet, roasted red pepper, mozzarella, and pesto farcio.
It's so good. I think I have
sausage pesto, fried clams, buffalo cauliflower. You guys are going to be eating this stuff for a couple days.
Perfect.
Can you handle it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm only telling you that so you don't eat it all in one day. If you eat all of this, you'll be sorry. Oh my God.
Tomato sauce is so good. I've had tiramisu before, and it was never very good. This is amazing. Okay.
And this is a sausage pesto.
Oh, yeah. This is fried dough right here. Roasted red pepper, pesto, mozzarella, cutlet. What is this? It's fried dough. I think it's sausage and pesto. It's
My favorite thing
amazing.
is feeding people. I just wish I didn't have, there wasn't like money involved. Like, to me, that's the shitty part.
Yeah, yeah.
So these are clam strips and onion rings. And then this is buffalo cauliflower. Here.
So I never had like fried clam strips, but I think it's like a really big thing in New England. So this is really cool that they do this here. Oh my God, it's really good. It doesn't have like a super fishy flavor. I think that's the best buffalo cauliflower I've ever had. It's like the perfect levels of everything. And this buffalo sauce is almost like a little creamy. Onion ring. I love onion rings so much. You don't get good vegan onion rings very often. Tracy makes like the sausage by hand. She makes the fried dough by hand. She makes the pesto. She makes all the cheeses. Like she makes all of this.
So they're red grapefruit, clementine, which I had to stop.
Why?
Because I started with 1 a day, and then I was going to 2, and then I got to 3 a day, and I was like, I'm never drinking one again because I'll be face down in the gutter. Don't shake it, but see the stuff on the bottom. When you drink it, it'll come up. Oh my God.
I don't think
Ooh, this one is chicken and eggplant parm layered. It's so good.
this is what we call on YouTube a mukbang.
I got into mukbangs for a while watching them.
Oh.
No, I was like addicted.
They're sickening.
Mommy Tang?
I haven't watched it. See, I get.
I know her.
You do?
Yeah.
No, but then she had marital problem. It was like this whole thing, and I have to back away.
You get too invested. It like ruins your own life.
What happened was, I had my health crisis.
This is probably the best buffalo cauliflower I've ever had. No, I'm not.
I always think that vegans and bars take too long. How much shitty food do we all eat?
A lot.
A lot.
It's ham.
It's ham, turkey,
Oh wow.
mix it out, raspberry jam that we make, and French toast that we make.
And this is a real thing. Like this is a real
It's like a
sandwich.
thing, yeah.
It's a thing.
I
Okay.
didn't make it up. Yeah.
Is this like a breakfast? People eat it for breakfast or what?
People eat it all the time.
Anytime you want.
Yeah, we have breakfast sandwiches. You want me to get you one?
No. I need a bigger stomach. Like I need to be able to fit more, you know?
I know. We did this. No.
Just a light brunch. Then Tracy joined me on my side of the table. So what else? So what
I'm
else?
thinking it. I'm messing down quiet over here.
I know. Just like suddenly.
No, I feel shy. I feel shy. Okay, so what else? I don't have anything to say.
Oh my god.
I ate the camera. I don't really have anything to say. Let me go back over here, I'll think. My mom got diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer in 2011, and they gave her 10 months. And my sisters and I were like, not acceptable. So we were really upset, obviously. And so we did a bunch of research, and coming from a software background, I made a PowerPoint presentation with all the options. So we went over everything, and she didn't like a lot of the choices.
Right.
But she thought she could definitely try to be vegan and do juicing and do that kind of thing. So we got her a Vitamix and whatever. So that kind of kicked off this. So we kind of all went vegan, and I started making recipes. So, and she ended up living until she just died in 2018.
Oh my gosh.
Which is awesome. And she did no chemo, no radiation. And when she died, she had no evidence of lung cancer in her pleura, but she had gone through her brain and she was having seizures. But the point is, she got all those years. And I'm not saying it's because she was vegan, but that was one of the things we did was we really worked on when she was vegan and stuff. So then, well, I always cooked. And I always loved to cook. And so I basically, my brother-in-law had a pizza place, so the first thing I did was I made the mozzarella.
Yeah.
And then I was like, if my mom calls for a pizza, put this cheese on it, basically. That's how it started. And then she wanted sausage and peppers, and I worked on the sausage. And so over the time, I have over 800 recipes. But I never expected this to happen at all.
Right.
So I had a healthcare technology company, and we were going to be getting funding from the state of Connecticut. CT Innovations was investing in us, and we had to match that investment. So me and my partner said, okay, we're not going to take a paycheck for a while because we had to match that. And one's a doctor, one's a trust fund baby, so they were like, no problem. And I was like, problem.
Yeah.
So basically, in one night, I made up the name, and then I went to the store and I bought Avery labels, and I went to the Chinese place, and I'm like, can I buy some empty deli containers? And they were like, huh? And I'm like, and they gave me some empty deli containers. And then I bought fake business cards. And I bought I bought 3girlsvegan.com. And I put up the website. I put
Three girls, because it's you and your two
me and my
daughters.
two daughters.
Yeah.
And I told one of my daughters, I'm like, we're going to be 3 girls vegan. She's like, no, it's 3 vegan girls. I'm like, no, it's 3 girls vegan. I put some mozzarella in the thing, and I put the label I just printed on my jet printer, like cheap printer, and the fake business cards. And I went to Foodworks, and I said, hi, we're a new vegan cheese company. The next morning, we're a new vegan cheese company, and we wanted to just see if you want to taste it. And so then they called the next day and they ordered, and I was like, what am I going to do? So I called my brother-in-law who owned a pizza place.
Okay, so that's
And I'm like, you're not gonna believe it. I told him what I did, and he's laughing. He's like, you can use my kitchen. So that's how it started.
Oh, good.
I would say like 3 months later, my brother-in-law called me. He's like, Trace, you're not gonna believe it, but I sold the restaurant. I'm like, oh my god, that's so awesome.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, what am I gonna do?
Yeah, what are you
So I called. I had gone to all Catholic schools and Catholic college, and I knew Mercy Center was in Madison, and Sister Eileen. I didn't know her, but I had heard of her and knew she was there. So I called and I was like, hi, Sister Eileen, you don't know me, but I went to Sacred Heart, and I went to St. Michael's, and I told her my story. And she's like, well, come on over and I'll try the cheese. I'm like, okay. So I went over. I actually went over and I'm like, hi. And then everybody looked at me like horrified, and I looked and it said there was a, what do you call it, a silent retreat. And I was like, oh. And I'm like the loudest Italian person. Make a long story short, she introduced me to the manager of the kitchen, and she was like, you can use the kitchen as long as you want, no charge. I'm like, oh my god, that is so nice.
That is so nice.
I love feeding people, and the business part isn't as much fun.
Right.
But the feeding people is really fun. That's like so much fun. Here was my thinking. People would come in for the cheese, and I was like, these people aren't vegan and they're coming for the cheese, so if I make some of the meats and they like it, maybe they'll maybe have 2 vegan meals a week, or maybe they'll make a grilled cheese and have a pepperoni, whatever.
Right.
So then I was like, let me just try. So I put a couple meats in the case, and then people liked it. I'm like, So now if they eat that, then I wonder if I make the lasagna. That's literally was my thinking. I was never like anything calculated. It was always like, I wonder if. And so many people that weren't vegan at all were eating vegan meals 2 or 3 times a week because they were getting it here. But I don't want to say this on camera. Okay, so that's why when people come in and they give me such a hard time or whatever, I'm always like, how many animals did you save today?
I love that. Okay, I'll give you that answer.
That's my daughters and I joke about that. We're always, because whenever people say rotten things to us, we're always like, let's just say, how many animals did you save today?
This is Brittany. This is Tracy's daughter, Brittany. One of the 3 girls.
She's first girl vegan.
First girl, Number one.
She is.
People come in and they're like, was that really vegan? Are you sure it's vegan?
Are you sure? We're like, yeah, pretty sure.
Who knows I would end up here, because all my whole career I had nothing to do with food other than eating every day. And when I first did it, I really did it for my mom, for being healthy and whatever. And now I can't tell you how it's all about me.
I know.
But that's something that happened to me over time.
Almost every vegan I talk to, the reason you switch, a lot
But
of
there's an
people
evolution that happens.
Yeah, it's like you are open-minded to any of the animal stuff until you've already switched, and then you're like, okay, well now I can learn about it because I'm not threatened by that.
And then it forever changes you.
Yeah,
I mean, I just don't know anybody who hasn't. When I teach the Vegan Curious class, that's one of the things I talk about, which is, I mean, I was, not that I didn't love animals, I loved them. I cared about them, I loved them, but I never made the connection.
Yeah.
I never made the connection, and now it's just really important to me.
Yeah.
And I never say it to anybody, because I just figure if the food's good, then great.
Yeah.
And that's it. I don't tell anybody to watch documentaries, I don't tell anybody, but that happened to me. So that's why this is so exciting to me.
Yeah.
To be doing this.
I love
You know what I mean?
it.
Who would ever guess? I can't tell you how many times a week, like I'll just be sitting here and I'll be like, how did I land here?
Yeah, you're like
this is like unbelievable. I don't know how did I get here?
Yeah. After our chat, Tracy brought me back to the kitchen to watch her frost and sprinkle some Pop-Tarts.
So this is a bulk bag of vegan sprinkles. And what about sprinkles normally doesn't make them vegan? It's the dye, right?
Yeah.
It's the
I
food
think
dye?
it's the dye or the
Sugar?
Yeah, there's probably gelatin. I don't even know if it's gelatin or dye.
Oh yeah, it probably is.
I love this frosting. It's not very Pop-Tart-like, but
Yeah, it's very like
very light and fluffy.
Yeah, light and fluffy.
I like it. I love these sprinkles. I get them in all different colors.
Yeah.
They're super
They're
expensive.
beautiful. Yeah,
They're really-
they look like they would be like super
I spend like
specialty.
a couple $100 on sprinkles every time I get them.
Oh my god.
But they're worth it because look.
I love
and
it.
they're vegan, so I don't have to worry. Which is really nice.
Then I got to try a Pop-Tart. And then Tracy and I sat down for one final chat before heading home.
I don't know why I did this, but it must have been like a Black Friday sale for business cards or something.
Yeah.
And I already owned a company. I had my cards. The company paid for
Yeah.
it. And I made cards that said the vegan Nona. And then I
like
went
the
to a
vegan
veg fest and I had them in my bag.
You were just
I don't know. No, I don't know what I was thinking. But I think it was like a foresight of all this coming to be.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
So cool.
I know. I showed my daughters. They're like, well, what's that? I'm like, I'm the vegan Nona. I think that's what they call manifesting, but I didn't plan it.
Yeah, right. It's subconsciously you were just like.
Yeah, I was just like,
That's
I'm the
where-
vegan Nona.
Yeah, yeah.
If you interview these people, the bottom line is if the food is good,
They'll come.
They'll come.
Yeah.
And it's access. I think everybody would be vegan to a big extent. Maybe not 100%, but to a big extent if you had access to good food. If you don't have access to good food and you don't know how to do it or you don't have time or whatever, it's hard. It is hard, I agree. You'll see every weekend in the parking lot is filled with New York cars, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Maine, New Hampshire, every weekend. I know, it's a lot of fun. It's really fun. I think I'm just like the luckiest person in the world because I get to have fun every day doing this. I don't even know. Like if people just decided not to come, I would be so sad because it's just so much fun to do. It's just awesome to cook. I can't tell you, for years I was in meetings with men and businesses with men where I behaved.
Right.
I'm not behaving anymore. I just be myself. You know what I mean? I was never going to be like
Big
the little feathery.
The waif.
I didn't realize I was loud actually till this year, but everybody's been telling me for years, so I'm always like, I'm not that loud, but I'm loud because I'm Italian, I'm loud. I had like 15 or 16 cousins, and every Sunday we all got together.
Yeah.
So
you had to be.
You had to be loud.
The loudest. Yeah.
And I was.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when you turn 60, you'll see someday. You just like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Like I can't really,
This is me.
I can't do anything about it at this point. I probably should have accepted it a while earlier, but.
But that makes you so great. I feel like that like draws people to you because you're just being.
No,
so
I don't know. I think people are like horrified sometimes. Thank you. It was so much
This was so fun. You're like the heart and soul of this.
No,
place.
you.
You seriously are.
No, thank you. I feel so lucky that we get to do this.
Yeah.
It's the outro. It's the outro.
This is the outro.
We had the best time visiting Tracy and Brittany. I'm sure you got a sense for Tracy's generosity and her absolute passion and dedication to her craft and cause. 3 Girls Vegan delivers nationwide, so check out their website to order. Additionally, I will be doing a giveaway for a $100 gift card to 3 Girls Vegan, so make sure to check the description box for details on how to enter. As always, thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this, and I hope you're staying safe and healthy.
Thank you guys. Thank you.